So special for the people in the city. Sometimes when you feel lost, listen to me and keep your head up. Do it properly, and let's get to it. Are you ready?
Yep. Hey, I'm sitting here with my boy Ace the Truth, man. My guy, Crenshaw District, you did.
Yes, sir. Stand up, you know what I'm saying?
Man, my boy out here doing his thing, man. Make sure y'all tune into his Instagram. He do his rapping stuff. He out here getting off.
Yes,
man,
sir.
so, we went live a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Just to bring up a little bit more of the stuff now. What was the actual situation that got you rapping?
Shit, bro. Always being a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Being a fan of the music, growing up, loving music videos. I think that's what really got me into it. Always, because you can listen to a song and repeat, but when you're able to visualize it, because as kids we're able to visualize what we want it to be, but then once they actually put it together and we see what it is, I feel like it takes it to a whole nother level. You feel me? So I think coming home and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with myself, and music being so close to me, it made it that much easier for me to be like, look, I'm gonna try it.
When you talk about like the music videos, now I was looking at your videos, and just even the way that you rap, bro, it's real TDE-ish. Like it's real Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
It's not Kendrick Lamar, but like I can see you being a part of TDE, fitting in with that group. And I was looking at what video was that? It was I was looking at one of these videos, like your first video back in 2018, Fly.
Yeah.
I was looking at that and I'm like, man, nigga, this looks exactly like Schoolboy Q and Kendrick Lamar. They was all together. It was a song. I think it was like it wasn't Turn Me Up.
Was it Say What's Up? That video? But
Say What's Up, because like in the beginning they start off with them like smoking, like trying to find a lighter or whatever.
And that's what it was like a circle.
Yeah. That video, I'm like,
up.
this nigga.
It's one of my favorite videos.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do something more kind of like rap towards or geared towards that. I appreciate the comparison, bro, because that's something actually that's big to me. I love the city. I'm a big J-Rock fan and Q fan and K-Dot, and Reason. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, and Soul, bro, like from back in the day, Absol. But really, I would want to be with like Dreamville. A lot of people would think that may be different, but it's just like, because I'm a J. Cole fan.
Right.
I'm a heavy J. Cole fan. Shout out to TDE and much respect to them. But what I mean by that is just like, I know that's where my heart will resonate a lot. And at the end of the day, whatever blessing is meant for me to be, it'll be and it'll come. But if people ask me where my first choice would go, I think that's what I would choose. You feel me? Just like if people ask like if you would choose the Lakers or the Clippers, or or whatever team, but like, man, I'm gonna choose my home team. You feel me? And home team for me resonates with what resonates in my heart. You feel me? Not just where I'm from, because where I'm from is the home and is my heart. But what I like and the things that gravitate towards me that are relatable is what makes the heart and what makes home for me. You feel me? So
got you. So I noticed like in a lot of your music, you say things like keep the faith. You know what I'm saying? You say things like you talk about how everybody really ain't supporting me, but I'm gonna keep going and doing what I gotta do. Like you in one song you said, my basically was kind of you didn't say this, but like your advice was like, bro, what I would tell you to do is just keep going no matter what. Like just don't stop doing it. So I just want to ask, why do you feel that is so? Why does that come out in your music so much?
Shit, man. Because I think it's just influential. You remember like when you first asked me, I told you like my music has to be motivational in some way, shape or form. So even if it's a song that's supposed to be more up tempo where we're talking shit at some point, I think I want to say something that might be a little bit uplifted.
Right.
You know what I mean? It could be a catchy or funny. It could be still in a sense derogatory, but still uplifting. Does that make sense? And I don't know. I just feel like, faith is everything. You know what I mean? If you without faith, you're nothing. You'd be walking blindly. So you have to walk in faith. So it's like, that's a family reminder that you can tell people, because you may not be able to understand and relate to everything they've been through, but telling them to keep the faith is good enough.
I get that. Because you know why? I was actually thinking about a video because of you saying that, because I heard you say that, and I'm like, man, I need to make a video about this. Because we can all have a dream, right? But see, we can easily give up on that dream or that goal if somebody tells us, oh man, that's not gonna work. Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna hear something negative than positive. You're gonna hear more people tell you something negative about your dream than positive. So if you don't have any faith in your own dream and somebody comes and tell you something negative about it, it's over.
That's definitely.
What's the point of me? You know what I'm saying? And then
That's
also on top of hearing people tell you that it won't work, you got to go through all of the obstacles. So when you face these obstacles and you ain't got no faith, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, bro.
So I feel like, you know, you actually saying that is powerful, and people should really understand that. And one thing I also understand is people have been sleep on you.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
People
that.
have for sure been sleep on you. And I believe that if you don't stop, bro, you're going for real. You're going
appreciate that, bro.
blow
That's
up.
real, bro. I
No,
really
facts.
appreciate that, man.
You're definitely going to blow up, and you just got to keep working at it.
Exactly.
You know
No,
what
that's
I'm
definitely.
saying? And also that's what I'm saying. That's with the faith thing. Just you having that faith, bro. That shit gonna blow.
Man, and I'm not gonna sit there in front of you. There are days where you
don't have it, huh?
well, you don't, bro.
You don't
I was
feel
just
it.
telling my sister about that. Like, there's days where you don't feel like you're good enough. There's days where, and I said it in the post when I finally released that I was gonna be dropping my project. You feel me? Let people know. I was like, there's days where you really feel like, damn.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Is this worth everything that I'm
facts.
sacrificing all the time and stuff like that? There's nights, like I say, you're gonna be crying, bro. There's nights you will cry.
Yeah. Facts.
If you really love this shit, there's gonna be nights you're gonna be up crying because
Hey, you heard Nip said, I shed tears in this booth. And man, on me, I recently found out Nipsey cried during that second verse in Racks in the Middle.
Yeah.
So hey, it's gonna happen.
Because because if it's resonating with you, you're gonna feel it, bro. And when you know you're doing something very powerful and something strong, you want people to gravitate towards you. At the end of the day,
Or let me take that back. Let me not say cry, because people be taking stuff too far. But I know we shed tears during that second verse. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's but at the end of the day, crying is crying.
Yeah,
if you shed a
facts,
tear,
facts,
you know what I'm saying, you cry because that's a feeling that you felt. You know what I mean? So we don't want to take away from that. But I definitely agree with you though.
Yeah.
And people out there gotta stop being so sensitive. That's
Right,
all it
facts,
is.
facts,
we
facts,
gotta
yeah.
stop being so sensitive and understand the connotation of the word and the way that we saying things. But like I said, that's just to say that, like, any time that you're feeling an emotion in the music, there's a way that you can bring that out,
Right.
and make people, like I said, always gravitate towards that. So it's very discouraging sometimes when you're trying to, reach people, and because life is kind of based, or not life, society in the world we live in is based off of popularity. So it's like at the time when you were popping, like let's say if I was making music back when I had a bunch of people checking for me with sports. If they wasn't sports, if it was music time, you feel me? Lord knows where I'd be with it. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. Takes the transgressions. I probably might not have been ready for it if it would have came all at that time. So I feel like everything's happening for a reason. But I definitely feel like there's so many more levels I can grow to as far as like lyrically and shit like that. Like I know the sky's the limit. So I appreciate that you know what I mean, acknowledge my growth and everything like that, and that I'm working hard, and I'm going to continue working hard, like you said, through God and walking in that light. But I know that there's just so many more levels I have, or walls that I have to break down. You feel me, to get to where I need to be.
Well, that's what it is. When you first start something, it's not going to be the same way when you get to the end of it. Like when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, your first year is not going to be like your second or third year, because you got to think about it. There's nothing but growth. There's nothing but understanding quality. There's nothing but learning the game. There's nothing but surrounding yourself around the people who got the game so that you can learn even more of the game. So
that's real.
So
That's real.
That's another thing that people get so discouraged about. Like, yeah, your start might be you living in a bucket, but that don't mean that you can't work your way up to an apartment. You just have to start. Stop worrying about stuff being perfect. Get started. That's what matters the most. So, in your last video, Pain, I just want to ask, now I'm alone. Now I'm alone and I'm making my way. I'm breaking my heart and I throw it away. Like, where does that come from? Because like I said, like a lot, you reference to keep the faith. A lot you talk about the pain. And I know I can relate to some of this stuff, because when you jump out in this world, when you're trying to follow your dream, trying to be creative, it comes with a lot of pain. And it could come through the lack of support. It could come through just things not working out. Why is this happening right now? So how have you been able to overcome your pain?
First and foremost, like I always say, God, man. I'm never going to not give him the praise first. God, he seen me through so many different obstacles. And there was times where I was able to have tunnel vision. Now when I look back, I had tunnel vision. I realized like, I had tunnel vision, and I could have been, distracted by so many different things. And if you'd be like, well, what was causing it? You can sit there and try to take all the praise. Like, well, it's because I was doing this with you. But it's like, nah, because God kept me on a straight path. He kept me with a strict schedule. He kept me focused. and on what I needed to do to keep me out of certain situations, environments. He gave me the wisdom and the knowledge to put me there. But outside of that, I would definitely say family. Family's helped me get through the pain, because I've felt a lot of pain through family in certain situations, but there are certain people that come into your life that become family. So not family is always has to do with, blood and stuff like that. There's people that are blood related to me that play a significant role in my life, but there's also people that do not. You know what I mean? I have a lot of factors and people that in my life that are not blood related that I consider family and a lot closer to me that play a significant role and that have helped me get through tough times. So that keep me motivated and keep me on my toes. I have moments where I slip, but they're always quick to let me know if I'm out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? And get back in my lane. So that would definitely, I would say, that's what it's about. And that bar you was talking about, that where I said it's breaking my heart, I throw it away. Is that's just
You
real
gotta
shit.
get like that. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
get like that. Yeah.
But in theory, I don't want people to feel like, throw your heart away completely. Like, you know what I mean? Just because you go through heartbreak or loss or trauma or anything like that, you got to throw away your heart. What I mean is, we throw it away because it's like, it's breaking my heart, man. I'm pushing that shit right now. I don't want to feel it. I'm cold. But then that's why, like you said, I come back. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping my faith from making the way. Like, because, I'm saying? It's like, but then I got to get back to it, though. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I can't focus on that.
It's a constant cycle, yeah.
Exactly.
So, you got Lone Wolf, the EP coming out. And again, it's just the faith situation now. With Lone Wolf, that look in your eyes is kind of like, I'm coming for it. You know what I'm saying? In that picture, I'm like, it's like, I'm coming for a look. Now, this is a lonely journey. You know, when you're doing something like this, it's a lonely journey.
Exactly.
So what was actually the motivation or inspiration behind naming this the Lone Wolf?
Honestly, a lot of motivation came from my favorite animal is a wolf.
Okay.
I would definitely say it would have to be a wolf. It signifies like a lot of things that symbolize myself. When you look at a wolf, naturally I was born a leader and I didn't even realize a certain quality and traits about myself. You feel me? I've kind of grown into it more and I'm still learning it. But now I kind of embrace it more. But a wolf is typically, an alpha will be a leader of its pack. It moves typically by itself, whether it's a he or she. Me, myself, I move by myself a lot. But when you do see it with its pack is very strong and it's very defensive of its pack. There isn't anything it wouldn't do for its pack, and that's everything that I am like. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for my circle, my pack, the people that I got them. You feel me? And I'm very protective of them. And if you do see me out and I'm not by myself and you see me with somebody, you know who you're gonna see me with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it's rolling. So, and then also, like you said about the journey, just, doing a lot of things on my own. So, Lone Wolf.
Okay. Now, what keeps you like focused during this lonely thing? Because, along with the emotions that come with it, man, you can feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can feel crazy and you can, again, easily give up because it's such a lonely road. Now, I think that's the part that people like to kind of skip over now, because we live in a social media world. We do not look at the ugly part of things. Like, all we see is the bright part. You know what I'm saying? So I even respect how you don't mind showing the ugly side. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't want to show that. I just want to show you I got bands in my pocket. I don't want you to know even how I got it or what I had to go through. So what keeps you focused throughout this journey, or throughout this making Lone Wolf? What has kept you focused?
Just knowing the goals that I had set, forth with it. Sometimes they got reconstructed. Sometimes some things would be on the fly.
So, okay, wait a minute. Have you had to, because a lot of the stuff you can start, right? And then you gotta basically, you got something going, right? Then you gotta basically get rid of something happened. You gotta get rid of that and you gotta start all over again.
Yeah, no, the project, man, I was supposed to drop, I've been dropping music into little slight things, but I hadn't dropped a project in over a year, and I was supposed to drop a project like right after my last one. And so, it was supposed to be this, but it was titled the Come Up, you feel me? And then I went through my transgressions of just, altering my sound and getting different things and figuring out what I wanted to do with it. And then I wanted to embody something that was more my own, and then I came up with Lone Wolf. And then it was more so about just making sure the quality and everything's gonna sound right, because like I'm not gonna put it out, and I want everything. So once it gets to the moment, like you said, when I do blow, when God takes me where I need to go, everybody's gonna be able to go back and look and be like, man, he had bodies of work. Because even when people go back and look at the Avenue joints, you know, people, they be like, man, that shit was dope. Like, if you really go listen to it from top to bottom, you be like, man, that's a good project. You feel me? Especially for, it has different sounds and stuff. It's not the best body of work, you know what I mean, that I feel like I could have put out, but it's like for somebody that was just starting out, when you go back and look at it, once you see my progression, once I get to where I'm going, you're going to be like, man, those are classics. And that's what I want to put out. So this is going to be one of those that's very, very good. And this is one that's definitely going to staple me for where people are going to respect me as an artist completely. And people I feel like from here on out, people will definitely be checking for me a lot more. Like, every time I drop something, they need to be checking.
Facts. Well, you know, this is my boy, Ace the Truth, man. Y'all be on the lookout for Lone Wolf.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't tapped in, tap in with my dog, man. You definitely gonna hear something that you like, and definitely should be, you know what I'm saying, in cahoots with what's going on with this dude. Now, we're gonna end this up here, man. We clap it up for my boy Marco.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Yes,
Until
sir.
next time, man. We out of here.
Yes, sir. We out.